Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Treasure Trove Tarot, also known here on YouTube as Mystic Moon. Welcome to my second channel and welcome to Witchy Wednesday. We're going to be doing a witchy themed reading. So we're going to go into all kinds of different energies here. It'll just be a lot of fun. So just take what resonates for you and get rid of anything that doesn't. All the decks I'll be using, I will be listing them in the order that I use them here on camera down below, as well as these beautiful Orgonites called Goddess Hecate and Goddess Lilith, created by my friend Michele from Wing and Bell. So let's get into it, you guys. The very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a look and see what is our witchy vibe when it comes to the self, okay? So what kind of energy are we currently residing in just when it comes to us at this present time? Our self, just where we're at with ourselves. This deck right here is called Queen of the Moon. Queen of the Moon Oracle. Where are we at with ourselves at this time? What's our current witchy vibe? Self energy. We have number 22, wisdom. Beautiful. Okay. So we are tapping into our wisdom, things that we have learned along our journey. Maybe something that right now we are studying. We are adding to our resume of life through these studies right now. So it looks really good. And 22 is a master number in in numerology. So go ahead and look that up. Some of you guys could also be seeing maybe some angel numbers in the form of 2s. So look those up to see what that means for you. So this is the Trick or Treat Tarot. Let's go ahead and get some energies for the self. What's coming up for the self? Wow, we've got the Seven of Pentacles, a little bit of Elvis energy there. But this is Seven of Pentacles is about really looking at our lives and making a plan for the future. Taking a step back and just kind of figuring out what have we learned so far? What do we want to do moving forward? So if you guys have been working towards a particular goal, I feel like you can congratulate yourself right now because you've worked really hard. You've invested. That's really what the Seven of Pentacles is. It's a card of investment. We've invested. But sometimes we look back and we think, do I want to continue on the journey that I'm on? Or should I make some changes on my journey? So there's always room for change. We're never set in stone. But the self energy to me looks pretty solid. It means that we're invested in something specific, even if it's just our own journey, our own self-care right now. It looks really, really positive. Okay. So let's see what else the energy is bringing through for the self. What other card is representing the self when it comes to things that we are learning or adding to our resume? Ooh, we have the Six of Cups. And we have the Joker's energy here, right? So I feel like with that Six of Cups, this is about the past. It's about memories of the past, things that have happened to us in the past. And I like that because it always helps and sometimes can, give us lessons of things that have happened to us that help us to grow on our journeys. So that's really what the energy is here. We're taking the past and we are reflecting on it and we're learning and we're taking the lessons with us. Maybe some of us are right now trying to let go of things from the past, or we're trying to see the silver lining in situations. But whatever this is, we are taking knowledge with us for the future. You can see she's on this ladder and it's on a stack of books that she's standing. You see that? So what are books? Books are knowledge, wisdom, understanding, learning, education. So we've been educated when it comes to life through the things that we've gone through so far. So we're learning and we're reaching higher. Now we're reaching for the stars. We're reaching for more. Maybe now we realize that we deserve more than maybe what we were kind of accepting before, right? So we are learning to value ourselves more. We're learning that we want more out of life. We are learning a lot. So there's a lot of investment in the self when it comes to learning lessons from the past and learning what we want to create or what we've created so far. We can always make changes. And we have the Hanged Man's energy. So the Hanged Man's energy, you guys, is Neptune, which is Pisces energy. And looks like a Dracula energy right there. I love the characters that are coming through. So the Hanged Man is about being stuck, but it's also about giving yourself an opportunity to see things in a whole new way, seeing a different, like a new perspective. To me, this is spiritual awakening. So it's kind of, to me, like the Seven of Pentacles, actually, in a way, because the Seven of Pentacles, it's a little bit of not a halt, but we take some time to look at things and take a look at what we've created so far. Do we like what we've created? Do we want to keep going in that direction? Well, we always have room to change. We always have room to turn things around, because the next card after this would be death, and death is the end of something and transformation. So I feel like the self is really, under this energy here of we can change our lives at any time. We can let the past and the things that have happened to us complement us or take away things from us. So it's all in the way that we look at our lives so far and how it's served us in really, in some sort of empowering way, whether it was negative or positive, it doesn't matter. We're using it to empower ourselves to the next steps on our journey. That's what I'm seeing here. So a lot of you guys are going to be coming out of this phase of being stuck or planning, and now you're going to go into doing, is what I'm getting here. You've learned enough. You're ready now, is what I'm seeing here for the self. You've done enough education. You've done enough work. Now it's time for you to actually start making some moves in your life. So that's your self energy right now. So the number 22, master number, it's like you're mastering something. You're ready to move to the next step. Love it. All right, so let's go ahead and get some energy for relationships. So what's the energy of love in our lives when it comes to other people? What's the vibration when it comes to that? We have peace. Love it. So a lot of you guys may have come full circle. You can see that cycle there, right? You've come full circle with making peace with something, making peace with where you're at with yourself, making peace like you feel better. So your relationships and all the energy that's surrounding you is actually in a much more peaceful state. So that's a really beautiful energy. Let's see what else. King of Pentacles, fantastic. Taurus energy, okay? So this to me is stable, like you feel really, really stable. Both of these figures are in a seated position, so they feel pretty stable. They feel pretty grounded. There's a lot of peace perhaps in your relationships. And even if, let's just say, you have some issues with other people right now, you're making peace with yourself or others in an energetic way, and you feel good about where things are at, even if you're not speaking to someone or talking to someone. It's also, I feel for some of you guys, you might be letting go of old people that were not on the same page as you, and you're really wanting to invest in a partnership that is going to be beneficial to you. It's going to add to your life. You're looking for security. You're looking for stability. So now that you're in this peaceful mode where you feel really good and you value yourself, you're going to actually be matching that up with a partner in the physical world. Now, it doesn't have to be a romantic partner. This could be a business partner or a friend, but somebody who has your back, somebody who's stable in your life, somebody who's showing up and bringing something of value to your life. I love that. Three of Swords. Did get this kind of feeling here with that Six of Cups that just came up, that there's something from the past that we're needing to let go. We're letting go of a heartbreaking situation, maybe even third-party situation for some of you guys. But whatever this is, we don't want to feel the swords and the heart energy anymore. It doesn't feel pleasant. It doesn't feel good. It hurt. But hanging on to that isn't going to help us move forward in life. So we're making peace with the past. We're making peace with those that have hurt us. Doesn't mean that we have to have them in our lives, but we're making peace on our own with the situation so we can move towards things that we do want instead of focusing on all this crap that we certainly don't want anymore. Yep, look at you, Queen of Swords, Libras energy. So this energy here is very strong. We're taking that sword and we're cutting things out. That Queen of Swords has the strength to pull those swords out of her heart space and to make peace with those that have hurt her instead of taking it into her future. So she is making peace with herself. She knows that she's of value. She's speaking her truth. She's feeling independent. She's feeling quite strong. And she's basically making an affirmation statement to herself that I am looking for people that are serious. I am looking for partners or friends or lovers who are of value, that add something to my life, not take from my life. Somebody that's going to compliment me well, just like I'm going to compliment them well as well. Yeah. So this is a very strong energy for relationships. It is about no longer dealing with the bullshit. It's about no longer dealing with people that hurt you, that lie to you, that betray you. It's no longer going back to people that do that over and over again, or just accepting crap or crumbs. So we are more than capable of standing on our own 2 feet and being alone if that's what we need to do, and holding out for people that actually value us and that are worth our time. Love this. So there's an upgrade in energy here, you guys, in love and relationships all around you. So now we're going to go into the energy here of success. So this could be your career, your purpose, your mission. What is the energy here of success in your life right now? We have focus. Really, really focusing here on something specific, right? That we want something. What's kind of cool here is all 3 cards. No, that's not true. The 2. Here we go. 2. Oh, we have 2 that are waning, and then 1 that's waxing. So what I'm getting here is the waning moon is about things that we're cycling out, things that we are, when we're are working with magic, things that you want to get rid of. You're kind of usually doing those rituals during the waning moon. Waxing moon, you want to draw something to you. So I feel like because of that waxing moon energy that's coming through, now that we're clearing our energy field, right? We're very clear about what we're looking for. Now we're able to bring in more success into our lives. So I feel like there's a significance around those moon cycles that just popped through. All right, so let's see what else. Let's see what else we need to know about success. That butterfly transformation, love it. We have the Chariot. You want to talk about a card about success? That's the Chariot. Victory. The road that you're on right now, you're on target, basically. You are headed towards success and victory. So whatever is going on right now, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you are on the right road. You are on track to your destined, your destiny. God, I don't know why I can't talk. Now we have the Queen of Pentacles. Fantastic. So the Queen of Pentacles is what you want to see when we're talking about success. You have the tools. You have what it takes to be the Queen of Pentacles. Now, what's kind of cool is that we did have the King of Pentacles that just came up earlier. So there's like a partner here. Could be a business partner, a friend of yours, a companion. It could be a future partner. But you value yourself. You're creating a valuable life, and you're going to attract other people that want to experience the success and have all of these same values as you do. So to me, this means that your success with other people is going to start to, it's going to shift. You're going to start to have more pleasurable experiences with other people. And the reason why is because you're in a more valuable position with yourself. So this is confidence. This is feeling stable and grounded. This is about you making something. So some of you guys actually have gifts where you're creating things, you're selling your goods or services. This is going to be a very successful time for you. You are on the right path here. This is the perfect time to start something. The Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn's energy. So Capricorn is going to be that 12th month, right? Or like the end of, it's going to be the end of the year energy. So it's like the 12th month going in. So to me, it's like whatever you guys want to do, you're going to be taking your craft into the new year. It might be that you're working on something, but you're on the right path for success, for something to literally transform in the new year. What you're doing in the new year, you're really experiencing a lot of joy and contentment in your either job or your career. I love that message. And oh my God, you guys. So I have my major arcanas that match up with the minors, and these are a match for me. The Six of Wands and the Chariot to me are two in the same. I love that they just showed up here. It's fantastic. So this is just double confirmation that you are headed towards victory and success. And you are just on the right track here to make something happen, to be also recognized for your talents, recognized for a raise, a promotion, recognized for your craft and what you do. So whatever you guys are doing right now, keep doing it, because you're headed on the right road to victory and success. Something is transforming in this department, and you are that Queen of Pentacles. And so just love what you do. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep working hard. And there's something that's happening here. That's why the card says focus. Focus on your craft. Focus on just working and doing. Try not to get caught up in what other people are doing. Try not to get caught up in other people's opinions about what you're doing. Just keep doing what you're doing. That's just the message here. And you can't really go wrong. You just can't. I love that. All right, so now we're going to go into the energy here of Goddess Hecate. Okay, so this is Goddess Hecate statue here. And Goddess Hecate is the goddess of witchcraft and magic. And it's funny because I actually just did the reading today on my 31 Days of Halloween on my Instagram and TikTok. And it was Hecate that I chose for today's reading, because it's Witchy Wednesday. So let's get into Goddess Hecate. So Goddess Hecate is the goddess of witchcraft. She's a dark goddess. Doesn't mean there's a, like a negative vibe there. It just means she works with shadow. She works with, spirits on the other side. She's not afraid of the shadows. She explores the shadows, but there's a lot of power there as well. So let's see what Goddess Hecate has for us today when it comes to our magic, what we're creating, where we can improve our skills, how we can tap more into our witchy side. So this deck right here is called the Witch's Wisdom Oracle cards. Ooh, we have the broomstick. I love this. Oh, how fantastic. So Goddess Hecate is reminding us, you guys, if you don't already have a broom is obviously a magical tool that you would use to clear out energy. Well, I mean, if you think about it, just a normal, regular broom. What do you use the broom for? You use it to basically clear out the dust. You sweep things up. You clean up with that broom. So you're not necessarily taking your magical tool, which would be your broom, which you can use for decorative purposes. You can use it to put up above a door for protection, different things like that. But it's used to basically clear up energy in your space, right? It's a magical tool to be used, as like an energetic tool, to be used to clear out energy. So that's what Goddess Hecate's message is. It is about reminding you that you have tools at your disposal that can be used to clear out energy. And some of us, it doesn't have to be a broomstick. It can be sage. It can be crystals. It could just be anything that you're doing. It's sounds. You can use all kinds of things, all kinds of tools to clear out energy. But your home is what I'm getting here, or your space needs to be cleared, because there could be some kind of energy that's stagnant, that's just kind of jamming up the frequency. That's the message that I'm getting here from that. All right, let's go ahead and get an herb energy here from Hecate. This right here is called the Witch's Kitchen Oracle cards. Oh my God, we have catnip. I love it. Look at that black kitty there. So magical. So bond, right? This is about something that you want to create. Maybe you're trying to bond something, draw something to you. That's why we need to clear some energy around your space or in your magical, your altar, your working space, because there's something there that's jamming up the frequencies. So you just need to do a clearing. This could even just be energetic. Like, let's just say you have a lot of junk in your home. Let's just say you have a lot of just clutter. Make some space, clear out some space. I did this actually, I think it was in spring of this year. I did a spring cleaning. I took all of my herbs. I labeled everything in jars. I cleared out these cabinets in my butler's pantry, and I made it my magical pantry. And it was just so great, because anytime that I wanted to go and use herbs, it was so much easier to just do it right there in my kitchen. And I could just grab, instead of having to go to the closet like I used to. And it was all just like, oh, it was so hard to bend down. And I'm, getting older, so it's like a little harder to bend down. So it just made it more accessible to me. So that's energy that works for me now. It's just easier. It's much more of a pleasant working environment for me when I'm using herbs and I'm putting things together for rituals. So I feel like that's the message here, you guys. Goddess Hecate is saying that you need to make something easier for yourself, or maybe even try to stop complicating everything. Sometimes we don't need the perfect things. We don't need all of especially if you're like following recipes out of a book, you don't always need the exact things. Sometimes you can implement your own stuff or put your own flair on things. So don't forget to do that too. All right. But working with catnip, this is about, we're using catnip for all kinds of things, for success, for luck. This can also be used for love, just anything that is going to draw something or bond something to you. That's why you want to clear out this space so you can bring something in. That's beautiful. I love these messages. All right, let's go ahead and get some tarot surrounding that. This right here is called the Witch's Tarot. Knight of Swords, Gemini's energy. Yes, what is the Knight of Swords? The Knight of Swords rushes in. Something happens. There's movement here. So I definitely get that is the message here. Something needs to move. We need to move something, or move our maybe bodies, or just move something out of our environment. Something is blocking us. Something is in the way, and it needs to be cleared so that way we can draw something to us. Yeah, because something's stuck. Two of Swords. Just like I was saying. Something is stuck. We can't think clearly. We're asking ourselves, why do I feel blocked? Why do I feel heavy? Why do I feel like this blocked energy? And Goddess Hecate is coming through and saying, there is something that you need to get rid of. You're overthinking something, or you're overcomplicating something, or there's just something that you need to carve out of your life so you can make time for the things that you want to do. That's what it is. So if you're all work, no play, I mean, yeah, that's definitely going to make you a dull person, right? All right, let's see what else. We got Queen of Swords. Fantastic. What does the Queen of Swords do? She cuts shit out. She's not afraid. You know, she's not afraid to say no. So if you guys are very busy, or you have a lot of responsibilities, and maybe they're connected to other people, this is time for you to delegate. This is time for you to maybe assign responsibilities to other people so you can have more time for yourself. This is an opportunity for you to set some boundaries and say no to certain obligations or things that you just don't want to do anymore. So Goddess Hecate is saying you need to become the Queen of Swords so you can start moving through these blocks, so you can start creating more of what you want instead of saturating in the crap that you don't really want anymore. So take that broom and sweep something out of your life today. Take that sword and cut something out of your life today. Even if it's something that you do every single day that you're just like, I really don't need to do that anymore. That will give you time. That will free up energy. That will free up space for you to experience more happiness. It's just that simple, is what she is saying. I love it. All right. Let's see what else. We're going to go into this deck right here, which is called the Spellcasting Oracle cards. And there's a little ritual that goes with it. So I'm going to read out of the book. So let's see what the ritual is that Goddess Hecate is bringing through. That might be helpful for some of us. We have Justice. Okay. So Libras Energy, Justice. Let's see what this is all about. Alrighty. Why is Justice coming through? Why is this being brought through? Okay. So this says, they say that all's fair in love and war, but the balance is not tipped in your favor right now. Someone's being unreasonable, so take a step back and weigh up the situation. It may mean that you need to summon up your inner strength and face your opposer. That Queen of Swords energy, you guys, which is Libra's energy. Funny, Justice with Libra. So it says, it may mean that you need to summon up your inner strength and face your opposer, but be assured, for you have all the tools necessary to win. Decisions have been left unmade, and there's time to renegotiate. Remember always that the universe supports those who stand in their truth and integrity. When you look for the best possible outcome to suit all parties, you can be assured the fairness will prevail. So this is also an opportunity for us to kind of take a good look. That Queen of Swords is Justice here. What you're doing is you're assessing the situation. You're taking your emotions out, because the thing is, you guys, when we're emotional, sometimes we're not being rational. Our emotions can actually be stemmed from some of our traumas. So it's a trauma response, which really doesn't suit anyone, even ourselves. So we are being asked to kind of take our emotions off the table and look at a situation for what it is. Okay, and I'm just going to give you guys some examples. A situation where it's going to require you to be very cold and hard, like face some cold, hard truth facts. Okay, so let's just say it's about a lover. That's just always the easiest example. Somebody's been lying to you. Somebody's been screwing you over. Somebody's just been doing you dirty, doing you wrong, and you just keep taking this person back over and over and over again. Well, guess what? That's your heart talking. That's your emotions running the show. So what Goddess Hecate is saying is that this is an unjust situation. This is not justice here. This is not fair. You're not treating yourself fairly. This person is not treating you fairly. And you feel like there's just a bunch of injustice here. But at some point, we have to take matters into our own hands and make decisions to create justice. Some of us want to be victims. Some of us want somebody else to do the work. And that's sad because we're not in our power and we're allowing other people to make decisions and to do things that are hard to do. Like, well, I'll just let this person cut me out, or I'll just let this person leave me because I can't do it. I don't have the strength to leave this person. But Goddess Hecate is coming through and saying, you've got to get real about this situation, because what you have to lose is your self-esteem and your self-worth. That is what's going under here. That is what is tanking. And it'll get worse and worse with all the days or even months or years that go on that you continue to allow the situation. This could be a work situation as well, you guys. You're being underpaid, you're undervalued, you're dealing with a toxic, higher up, whatever. You know that you deserve better, but yet you stay. So those are just some examples. So this could be family too. So this is the spell incantation here. So it says, place a red jasper crystal. And I love that because red jasper it's not expensive, and it's a stone that's very easy to obtain. All right. And the reason that you're using that, it's for the root chakra. It's for grounding energy. Now we also have Anhai-John the Conqueror root, okay, which is usually not, you can get that of course online, but it's one of those, it's going to probably be in one of those sections of the spiritual new age shop that's like got, your hoodoo stuff, conjuring type of stuff there. So it says, place a red crystal Anhai-John the Conqueror root at your feet at dusk on a Saturday during the dark moon and say. So what I want to say about this, you guys, and I talk about this a lot, do you see how specific everything is? You don't have to complicate it. You do not have to complicate it. You do not have to do this on the dark moon, and you don't have to use the Anhai-John the Conqueror. These are just suggestions. So whenever we're reading from or looking at somebody else's spell work or their suggestions, put your own spin on it. Find other things that might match that energy, okay? So this is what you're going to say, or something like this. Scales of justice to weigh up all blight. Releasing judgments keeps my heart light. Growing the root of the earth in my mind. Removing all obstacles likewise in kind. Fairness, justice, objectivity. Integral behavior setting me free. Fight a good fight, honest and true. Balance achieved to start anew. Okay? So again, I definitely suggest putting your own spin, because that way it's special to you. And it doesn't have to frickin' rhyme, just so you guys know. It does not have to rhyme at all. Anything that you guys create on your own is going to be more powerful and more significant than anything in this book. I just want to tell you that, okay? But this is just giving you guys some guidelines. Visualize the Anhai-John the Conqueror root. So this is really any root, you guys, any kind of root you guys want to use here. And visualize that it's growing and removing any obstacles in your way. And then say, gratefully I accept the magic of you, of protection to assist in all that I do. Lend me the courage, build power in me, assist my transcendence, so mote it be. You see? So that is just an example of something that you guys can do that basically clears the pathway of anything that might be holding you back, because this card is indicating that you're being treated unfairly. It's time to weigh up a situation. Justice will prevail. This is a surprise that makes up for something lost and a decision that goes in your favor. So you're taking an unfavorable situation and you're shifting it. That's what you're doing here. You're shifting it, you guys. So I definitely recommend doing some, research on different maybe stones or roots, or you don't even have to use any of that stuff. You could simply just visualize this. Visualize yourself in your situation where there's something that's happening that you don't feel like it's a fair and just situation, and visualize every single day that situation has become just, that you are experiencing fairness. That is very powerful too. We don't need all of these tools. We don't need any of these things. We have the power within ourselves really to create any shifts or changes. So please don't get caught up in all that stuff. All this stuff is great. It's kind of like when you go to church and you light certain candles and things like that, it's not you actually lighting the candle. It's the energy and the intention that you're putting into working with that particular saint. Or I'm just talking about, like different places that you would, like work with different energies. So it's kind of the same thing. So don't overthink it. Don't get crazy in the details. Make it work for you. And I do that all the time. Anything that I see or find, I create it and make it into my own, because that makes it special for me. Okay? I love it, you guys. So let's go ahead and get a couple more messages from Hecate for our witchcraft and magic, and then we will shift gears and go into something else. This right here is called the Everyday Witch Oracle. Speak your mind. That's what the Queen of Swords does. She speaks her mind. She's not afraid to speak up and say what she needs to say. So to me, this is also a ritual about you becoming more confident, right? So that red jasper, that was a good, that's a good stone for confidence. Anything that's like, red or orange, giving you that confident energy. So other stones, like a sunstone or a carnelian or a citrine, things like that would be really great for confidence as well. Maybe even keeping one on you while you're at work or while you're facing your opponent. Because to me, I think it's very interesting that we have two people that are facing each other, two cats that are also facing each other, right? Two people that might be in opposition with one another. This is about having the strength and the courage to say what you need to say, and then either walk away or just, no longer deal with someone's crap. That's what I'm seeing. So this is the Everyday Witch Tarot. Let's see what else we need to know. Ooh, look at this, you guys. The Eight of Swords. Damn, look at that broom. Okay. So it's time to pick up that broom and sweep away these frickin' swords. This is a stuck energy. This just means that we have the blinders on, actually. That's what the Eight of Swords is. We have the blinders on, and we can actually get up at any time that we choose to, but we feel powerless. We believe that we're powerless. We believe that something is not going to turn out in our favor. It's time for us to stop feeding that negativity, feeding that energy. I mean, we're being real with ourselves. Sometimes there are situations in life that are just not fair. And the only thing that we can do is just no longer put any power into it and just walk away. That would be like a Five of Swords energy. Sometimes we just have to say, you know what? We can't, this situation is not worth it for me anymore. This is not worth the fight for me anymore. I'm just going to go ahead and disconnect, and I'm going to walk away. So sometimes that's the most powerful thing that you can do, is walk away from situations, or just disconnect from this person or this situation that is just zapping you, or you're feeding it, but it's not feeding you. Yeah, two of Wands here. The Two of Wands means it's time to get back to the drawing board. This is you looking at, you've got the world in your hand, right? You have the world in your hand, and it's just up to you on the decisions and choices that you want to make moving forward to improve your life. You hold the power, you guys. That's what that card is telling you. You hold the frickin' power. Oh my God, we have the Hierophant. So take some time. Meditate on it. Be still, okay? Be in that Hierophant's energy. Ask for that spiritual guidance. Work with your guides. Work with, your source, creator, however you guys connect. Work with different deities, things like that. But the Hierophant is all about really wanting to do the correct thing for you, wanting to act with integrity, wanting the highest justice of all. We're not necessarily wishing ill on anyone, but hey, let somebody fuck themselves up all on their own. I mean, if that's what they want to do, you know what I'm saying? This is like a protection. If you're dealing with a nasty person, or just somebody who's just straight up narcissistic and evil, there's not really anything that you can do besides just take care of yourself at this point. And if they want to hang themselves, I mean, that's up to them, but you're not wishing it on them. But hey, man, if it happens, if you don't stop and you keep doing what you're doing, and you end up screwing yourself, I mean, that's kind of justice in itself. That's like karma, right? So there is something here. You can see those people, they're just very freaking zen. They're just very zen. You're just sitting there, you're just zen in your energy, you're doing your own thing, you're minding your own business, you're not in the drama, you're letting something just kind of wind out, but you're also not just sitting down and taking it. You are speaking your truth, and you're being serious and saying, I'm not dealing with this anymore. You're shutting the situation down. You're speaking your mind, but then you're shutting it down. So this is one of my favorite things, and I'm totally being like joking when I say this. One of my favorite things is when somebody says that, you know, they speak their mind, and I just wanted to put it out there. I just wanted to tell you this. I just wanted to tell you that. And, you know, it's okay if you don't respond, but, you know, I just wanted to tell you this. And then they get pissed off that you don't respond. So then they start attacking you. So that's what I'm saying is, I think a really good thing is to sometimes be just in that very grounded, that Hierophant's energy is also Taurus energy. Be very grounded in your stance in a situation. Be unshakable. It doesn't matter what someone's saying to you. It doesn't matter how they're coming at you. It doesn't matter what they're trying to do to manipulate you. You're not budging. That's what I'm telling you. You're not budging. You're in this, like, I'm shutting it down. I told you once, I'm not going to tell you again. I'm not going to participate with the madness. I'm not going to go back and forth in these conversations. I'm not going to explain to you in a million different ways why I feel this way. I said it once. That's all I need to do. And if you can't accept it, I'm sorry, but that's it. So there's a very cut and dry, very black and white mode I'm getting here, okay, for sure, for some of you guys. And that's why this goddess Hecate is asking you to work with the shadow, because sometimes it does take us to step into our shadow dark goddess mode, which is Queen of Swords, to basically get things handled that need to get done. Instead of being that, you know, Queen of Cups, which is very beautiful and very empathic and very loving and kind. I'm sorry, that's not always what's being asked for in a situation. Sometimes that's not going to get the job done. Sometimes that's not going to let your opponent know that you're serious. They may mistake your kindness for weakness. So we are being asked to shift a little bit more into that dark goddess so we can get some crap done. So people will know that we're serious and that we can also upgrade in our lives, because we are looking for some kind of improvement. We're looking for something better, but we have to make it known, or else it's not going to happen. Nothing's going to change unless we change it, guys. That's what I'm getting here. So I hope that that made sense to you guys, but that's what we have. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go into Goddess Lilith's energy. So Goddess Lilith is also a dark goddess, and Goddess Lilith is very much about, you know, not being confined or restricted, all right? Being very independent, going to the beat of your own drum, you know, not letting anything hold you back, and also not apologizing for wanting to be happy and to experience pleasure. So it's about getting rid of shame as well. Let's see what energies are coming through for that. Goddess Lilith's energy. Okay, let me just grab all my cards here. Okay, so this is called the Pleasure Oracle. All right, in what ways is Goddess Lilith asking you to experience more pleasure in your life, allowing yourself to experience more pleasure in your life? There is only now, okay? So that is a reminder here from Goddess Lilith. Yesterday was heavy. Put it down. Grabbing onto the past or tripping out about the future is like putting your consciousness on a rocket ship and blasting it out of the present moment. And the present moment is all we have. It's where eroticism and passion live. That's very true. So sometimes we can get really, really heavy and burdened with what's happened to us, as well as what might happen to us in the future, or if something's going to happen. Being asked to sit in the present moment and experience happiness today, because tomorrow is not promised. You never know what tomorrow is going to bring. So in a way, and, you know, within the realms of, you know, making sure that you're not hurting yourself or others, live your life to the fullest. Live your days like it's the last. So it says the action to take. It says a stressful inner monologue is understandable, especially when you're uncomfortable. But if you're not doing something about it, you're giving away your power and dampening your pleasure. So to me, these two goddesses are working together, because Goddess Hecate was all about cutting things out that are not serving you, that are disempowering you. So Goddess Lilith is reminding you as well. So if you're giving your power away, what are you doing? You're dampening your own pleasure. You cannot be happy as long as you're in a situation that you know is not right for you, where you know you're being treated unfairly, where you know that the scales are tipped not in your favor. You cannot be happy in a situation like that. So, would you want to see a loved one deny their own birthright? See yours the same way. It's not up for grabs. Gift yourself presents, dance, sing, smell a flower, be in the now. So this is Lilith's message to you and reminder that if you saw a good friend of yours or somebody that you really cared about doing what you're doing, how would you feel? What advice would you give them? You're being asked to step outside of yourself and give yourself that same advice and to start taking actions to cut these things out that are dampening your pleasure and dampening your quality of life. Yeah, life is too short. That's what we're getting here. Life is too short to suffer all the time, to be so unhappy. So whatever this is gotta go. Oh, it's got to go. All right, so this right here is called Goddess Kale Oracle. So this is what the message is. It takes strength of spirit not to override inner knowing with social pressures or inhuman expectation for constant performance. Trust in the shifting cycles to give yourself what you need for your well-being. No being benefits when you're at odds with yourself. You have the inner power and capacity to be at peace within your being now. See? So you can take any situation right now and just change the way that you are emotionally and mentally responding to it. Now, that doesn't mean that the problem isn't there, but you can shift the way that you're choosing to respond to it. There's a lot of things going on in my life. Mr. Moon and I are fine, but there's some things that are external, and I don't want to get into it too much there because it is personal. But we have some external things happening that are big things. And as I was getting ready yesterday, I thought to myself, I'm starting to think about it, right? And I'm just like, oh my God, it's just turning my mood into shit, where I'm just feeling so very irritated. But I'm like, I don't have to look at it this way. I can just choose to put it on the shelf. I can't control it. It's not going to make me feel good to focus on this. So I'm just going to put it on the shelf, and I'm just going to trust that everything is actually going to work out the way that it's supposed to in the timing that it's supposed to, because something is, I don't want to say it's time crucial, but money is time. And so the more something goes on, the more money it costs us. And so my point is, there's that stress of, oh my God, I'm so irritated by the injustice of the situation. I'm so, irritated by the person that's connected to this. But it is going to get worked out eventually. And so what I'm doing is I'm imagining Mr. Moon and I sitting back after that situation is done and over with, and finally just feeling free for once in our lives after 12 years that something is finally over. Okay? Something is finally over. So so I choose to try to focus on the energy that we will be in instead of the energy of how upset I am that something isn't changing right now. So we can always, that's my point, we can always shift our thoughts about a situation. And believe me, the anger still comes up. It's not like poof, like magic, it just went away. But when it comes up, I now have this tool where it's like a freaking lasso, and I lasso it and I pull it back in and I put it back on the shelf. I don't let it get out of control or run around in my mind and create total chaos anymore. I just don't allow it anymore. So, because what it does is it robs me of pleasure. It puts me in a bad mood. And then when Mr. Moon gets home, then I'm pissed off, then he's pissed off, and no one's happy. So, let's just focus a little bit more on enjoying what we can in the now. We can't worry about what we didn't do, what we should have done years ago. We can't worry about how it's going to be in the future, really, or when it's going to happen. But we're going to focus on how we feel today about it, right? And we don't have to feel like crap about it. Let's have a good day. That's it. 9 of Wands. Yes, 9 of Wands is persevering, hanging in there. Something's almost done. I love it. So thank you. Thank you for this. This is a message for me. We're on the brink of the cycle almost being done here. The burden is almost done. The cycle is almost here to clear and to be done. And that feels good. And I know this, but it takes great strength and perseverance to push through because it's been hard, been very, very hard for a very long time. I love it, the Wheel of Fortune. Yes, yoo-hoo. So this is connected to Jupiter, Sagittarius energy, the Wheel of Fortune. This is the wheel that's spinning in your favor, that's turning in your favor. A whole new cycle, a much more prosperous, good luck cycle on the horizon. Thank you, Lilith, for this message here. It feels really good to me. And I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm going to take that as my message. So I will let you guys know after something is finally over. That way I can share that good news with you. All right, what else? Oh, I love it. The Strength. Leo's energy. Yes. So to me, this is just about you reserving your strength and also holding on to your power. Don't give your power away to other people. When you're pissed off or you're reacting to the crap that they're doing or the games that they're playing, you know what we're doing? We're just giving away our power. And remember, our power, you guys, is also our pleasure. And that's what Lilith is reminding us of. You want to hold on to it because that's what makes life juicy. That's what makes life sweet, is when you're in your power and you're not giving it away to a bunch of people out there that are just freaking, horrible. There's just horrible people in the world. There just is. Why give them any bit of you? Because that's what fuels them. That's what fuels, like a narcissist, for instance, is your reaction. That's what they live for. Forget it. Stop fueling someone up and start fueling yourself. And when you do this, things will start to shift and change in your life, and you will start to experience more pleasure. Because why? There is only now, baby. There is only now. So don't ever forget that. So that's the message from Lilith. I love it. Thank you. All right. So now we're going to go into ancestor energy here. What do the ancestors want us to know at this time? So this right here is called the Season of the Witch deck. Let's see what we need to know from our ancestors. This could even be, our spirit guides, people on the other side. What do we need to know? Ooh, we have intuition. I love it. So let me go ahead and read because this book has a lot of amazing information and I don't want to miss out on anything that this card intends to tell us here from our ancestors. So this is number 23 and this is intuition. So this says, you are being asked to develop your second sight further when you are holding the intuition card. You must learn to navigate the world through your spiritual GPS rather than relying on your rational mind to show you the way. The ego plays an important role, but should be guided by your intuition, the higher self. The ego and your intuition should work together. I really like this reminder because do you see what this is talking about? It's talking about the dark and the light. There's a lot of just a lot of mumbo jumbo in this new age spiritual community that all is love and light, positive vibes only, this and that. I've seen a lot of people crash and burn in that energy. Okay. So you gotta be okay with your ego. You've got to be okay. It's there. Okay. And it's not meant to rule the show, but it's not meant to be ignored. Your ego, your dark side is there to also protect you and to navigate you in situations where sometimes your emotions, which can be also slightly skewed as that intuition or your emotions, your ego, your shadow will help you from making or prevent you from making a lot of mistakes as well, to keep you grounded, to maybe not say that thing or not do that thing, right? So that's very, very important. So you do need your ego because it does play an important role, but it should be guided by your intuition, the higher self. It says there is nothing in this life that can be accomplished with one or the other. So you've got to have both is what Spirit is saying. So your ancestors or your spirit team are reminding you that you need both the shadow and the light in order to navigate this world. It's very important. Very, very important. I love that message here. So let's go ahead and get some more energy here. What else do we need to understand about that? What other ancestors want to come through here or spirit team want to come through and give us more messages? I have my decks way over here, so I'm having a hard time grabbing them. Okay. All right, this right here is called the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. What spirit is wanting to come through here? The Arrow Master. Oh my gosh, I love this. So this is about hitting the mark, your intention, and detaching from the outcome. So it's funny because that actually came through when I did the Instagram and TikTok post today for the Witchy Wednesday, which we were working with Hecate's energy. It was talking about how it was the spider that came through, the spider web. And it was talking about detaching from outcomes. Because when we focus on something too much, it's like it's creating, or it's like affirming that we don't have that thing. So it is about, you have a certain intention, right? You have your arrows aimed at a specific thing that you want. But this is about after you have put something out there, try not to obsess on it. Try not to focus on it all the time. Obviously, spell work and ritual, there's certain things that you want to add to situations, right? So let's just say it's a prosperity bowl, for instance. You want to continue to add things to that prosperity bowl because you're trying to create more prosperity into your life. So you're going to feed something. You're going to feed a spell or a ritual, but you're not going to obsess on it. You're making an offering. You're not obsessing on it. You're not redoing everything all over again because it still hasn't happened. That is actually pushing away what you're trying to create. So have the understanding and the wisdom of knowing that once you set your intention, it's out there. And the energy is going to be navigated through your energy. It's going to be affected by your energy. So if you believe something's not going to happen, well, there you go. There you go. What's the point? What's the point right there? If you believe something's going to happen, fantastic. But see, believing in something doesn't mean focusing on it every day and obsessing on it every day. Believing in something means you put it out there and you just trust that whatever's meant to be is simply going to be. It's that simple, really. So become a master of your thoughts, because arrows to me are like swords energy, which is thoughts, air instruments. They blast through the air, arrows. So be the master of your thoughts. Be the master of your intuition, knowing the difference between your ego versus your higher self. Learn to balance these energies. That's what these ancestors are trying to tell you, because they have, been human before. They know the human conditioning. They know the human ego. They know the energies here of this world. They know it's difficult. They know it's hard. But they're telling you, you need to work on mastering this part of yourself in order to experience more success and happiness in this world. Love it, love it. So this right here is called the Spirit card. So we're going to go ahead and get some letters. So some initials as well as some numbers. We have the letter F. We have K. We have the number 5. We have N. And we have 0 or O. Okay? So there's a couple of different things that we obviously have here. These can be somebody's initials, right? This could be 50. So the number 50, or it can be the number 5. We can see this as an O. So we have the word no. We also have the word on. We have N-O-K, even though that's not how you spell knock. But N-O-K can be said as knock or pronounced as knock. So if you guys are hearing knocks on doors, knocks, and no one's there, that's your spirit team communicating with you is what I'm getting here from this message. Now, 5s are numbers of change and adversity and challenge. So this is also, it's time to, I'm getting this. If you've been knocking on a door for a very long time and it's not opening, this is about changing direction. This is about changing your focus. You might be too attached to this particular thing that you want. You're desiring something so much, but someone is not open to receiving this. They're not answering the door. Spirit's not, it's not Spirit's not answering. Spirit actually is answering, but the answer might be a no. And that might be very hard for some of you guys. That might be very hard for some of us to realize that, we want something so bad and it's not happening. And we've done all these things and it's still not happening. Sometimes that's your answer. It's a no. Continuing to bang on a closed door trying to force it to open, that right there is just going to, what is that doing? That's disempowering us. That is creating less pleasure in our lives. So sometimes a part of the magic in life is coming full circle with the realization that something just either isn't for us or that we don't even want it anymore. And that's funny because that was the message earlier on my Instagram and TikTok today. Sometimes we just realize that's the cycle. That's the circle. You just realize you don't even want it anymore. And that's sometimes why things take so long, is because that's a part of the process, is for you to come to that understanding. Now, this doesn't mean that what you guys are trying to work on, that everyone is getting a no, or that spirit is basically saying no. But there needs to be some sort of shift or change I'm getting here. And that's what your spirit team is trying to tell you. You need to shift your focus or your mindset about this situation, or what it is that you think that you want, or what you're trying to create. There needs to be a shift. And we got a lot of information already earlier from Hecate about, clearing something out, getting rid of something that's not working. A lot of information here. Obviously, there's other things here. We have, KOF, KON, con, different variations here. So just obviously take a look at that. If you guys see other things in the little setup here, go ahead and put them in the comment section below, so that way other people might benefit from what we're not seeing, or what I'm not seeing here. So that is pretty cool. So let's go ahead and get some tarot cards here for that. This is called the Steampunk Tarot. Ooh, Nine of Cups, you guys. This is about your wish being fulfilled. What you desire, what you truly want. It says, best ales, wines, and spirits. So first of all, I feel like this is your spirit's way of telling you that they want the best for you. They absolutely want the best for you. All right? And sometimes what's best for you is not what we think is best for us. Sorry to say, it's true. Let's just say you wish to be with someone who is, this is just an example, you wish to be with somebody who's married. They're happily married. They have a wonderful family. But you met them, you had a doctor appointment, all right? It's your family doctor, and there's something about your doctor that you just are so attracted to. But they've been married happily for 30 years. They have this beautiful family. No amount of ritual or spell work or desire that you have for this person means that that person is going to be with you or want you in the same way that you desire them. Sometimes things just aren't meant to be. Sometimes things should be left alone. Sometimes people are taken. Sometimes people aren't for us. Sometimes what we want and desire doesn't mean that we should have those things. Sometimes there's something to pay attention to with why you're attracted to that person. What types of things does this person have? Qualities that they have are you so attracted to? Sometimes that's what we're supposed to take from it, not to create a full-blown fantasy or obsession around a person that's not even available, that doesn't even know us, that it doesn't even realistically make sense that this person would ever be interested in us. This goes for like a movie star. Let's just say you want, okay, so let's be a little bit more, I guess, unrealistic. Let's just say you want to marry one day Brad Pitt. I mean, look, I guess anything is possible, but more than likely it's not going to frickin' happen, you guys. You've never met Brad Pitt. You don't know anybody. If spirit deems it, the universe wants the two of you to come together, obviously that will be orchestrated to happen, right? But more than likely, it's just spirit's way, I feel, of reminding us that we do need to be also of this reality, of this, have our wits and our logic and our rationale about us when it comes to the things that we desire and that we want. So a little bit of a hard knock here from Spirit, saying what we want, are we sure that this is the best thing for us? Does what we want, is that going to destroy other people's lives? That's another thing. Is it good to want what we want? Let's get real. Let's get clear. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is Pisces energy. So to me, this means that We have all of these things in front of us. First of all, there's plenty of opportunities. There's plenty of people on this planet. So if that one thing that you really, really, truly want or desire, but it just seems like the universe is against you, or this person is just not into it, or they're not showing you any indication that they feel the same. It's not really based in a lot of reality. I feel like Spirit's saying, pick up another cup. Focus on something else. There's other opportunities to be happy. It doesn't have to just be this one thing, right? So if you have tried and you haven't gotten the outcome that you've wanted, Spirit is saying it's time for you to detach from this. If it hasn't happened, it either hasn't happened for a reason, or maybe it's time for you to just focus on something else. And maybe it will miraculously happen when you're not focused on it. That's another message. Sometimes when we just change our focus and we don't focus on that thing anymore, we just let go. It's amazing the stories that I hear of people who are like, wow, when I just stopped worrying about it, it happened. I've heard that so many times with fertility. My God. When I stopped focusing on it, it just happened. And the Four of Pentacles, we got to let go. Four of Pentacles means that, we're holding on very, very tightly. We feel like if we don't have total control over a situation, and we don't constantly make an investment every single day to this thing, to the situation, or pray about it, or focus on it, or meditate on it, or whatever, that we're going to lose it. There needs to be a loosening of a grip here. We need to loosen our grip on a desire. We have to loosen it up. We got to let it go. Let's detach a little. Let's live our lives. Let's maybe focus on something else. You're going to be all right. So anyways, the ancestors are coming through with some pretty major energy. Pretty major energy here. So your intuition, some of you guys might say, but I got this intuitive hit. I got this in this download. Are we absolutely sure that we're connected to our higher self and our true higher self in this situation, or are our egos running the show and saying, but this is what I want. So this is I'm creating this reality for myself. This is the story I'm telling myself. So Spirit's saying we can have what we desire, but sometimes the things that we desire aren't actually the best for us or other people involved. When we're trying to bend the free will of somebody else, it's never going to go good. Ever. So let someone come to you, let something flow to you, and if it doesn't, I'm just getting here, it's time to focus on something new. Whew. All right, don't hate me, guys. I'm just the messenger. So anyways, let's go ahead and get some final messages here for to close up this reading. So this deck right here is called the Modern Love Tarot by Ethany. Let's get some messages here just to close things up for the viewer here, because that was kind of heavy. Ace of Wands, I love it. This is a beautiful energy. Look at that maypole. It's just springtime, baby. It's happiness. It's fresh energy. It's about love and relationships and opening ourselves up to the fresh new opportunities of happiness. So we're focusing on the fresh energy here. The Empress. Oh, what a beautiful card. Look at how beautiful. This is a beautiful deck. I don't use it enough for whatever reason, but it's freaking beautiful. The Empress. Look at that. Look at this heart, and just she's holding her belly. She's happy. She's grounded. She's invested in herself. Perhaps she's got someone that's invested in her. She's just feeling really, really good and prosperous and abundant. Queen of Pentacles. This is my match. With the minor and the major arcanas. Yeah, same energy. Queen of Pentacles. Look at you. Look at your home. You look so magical. You look so good. You got all your little tools here. You're not getting crazy. You're just creating. You're just having fun. And that's what Spirit is reminding you, I felt at the very end of this reading, is to just have fun. Love where you're at right now. Love who you are today. Do you know how much time I have wasted and even still waste of not loving myself in the version that I am today. And then tomorrow I'll be like, God, or let's just say a year from now, man, I don't know why I didn't just enjoy what I had then, because it's gone now. Live in the present, you guys. Learn to live in the present. Learn to just feel good with who you are today. That's true magic right there. That's living a magical life, is knowing what you have and feeling grateful for it. And just continuing to build on that energy. Instead of focusing on everything that's happened so far and everything that we want to happen tomorrow. Be in the here and now with yourself and feel good in that energy. I love it. So anyways, you guys, I know that was a very long reading, but I don't know why. I just felt like doing a long Witchy Wednesday. It just felt right. So I hope you guys enjoyed it and got something good from it. And if you did like the video, please give it a thumbs up and maybe put a heart or some comment down below. This does help my channel to grow. I'm very excited to be monetized now here on this channel. It's very exciting for me. And yeah, just thanks so much, you guys, for supporting me over here. And I'll be posting a reading over on my Mystic Moon channel today too I'm not sure yet, but if you guys are interested, go ahead and check it out. All right, guys, thanks a lot. Take care. Bye-bye.